Hi, I'm Jen Stanovich, Executive Director of the Wachusett Area Chamber of Commerce, and I want to welcome you to the Chamber's annual dinner. This is basically a wrap-up for us after a very busy year. Tonight we'll award scholarships to our 3 scholarship winners. We'll present a leadership award to Steve Groccia, who's the Senior Vice President of Bay State Savings Bank, and we'll elect our Board of Directors. With me now is Ian McKinley, who is the President this year of the Wachusett Area Chamber and also the owner of McKinley's Liquors. Ian, how are you?
I'm great, Jen. How are you?
I'm good. What do you think about tonight?
Excited. Everybody should have a great time. The food should be awesome, and this is a great venue, and I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, we're excited to be back at Val's. The last time we were here was when she first opened her doors.
Yes, 2 years ago.
Right.
Yeah. So we got the some great winners in the scholarship, and Steve is so deserving of this award. And I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be fun.
And we want to thank Santander Bank, who is back as our sponsor. They sponsor this event every single year. So we're looking forward to a great event, and we hope you'll stay with us.
Hi, I'm Sandy Mahoney with the Wachusett Area Chamber of Commerce, and I'm pleased to be chatting with Aaron Chisholm, who is one of our scholarship recipients. Wachusett Area Chamber of Commerce offers 3 $2,000 scholarships, and Aaron was one of the people chosen to receive it this year. Aaron, tell me a little bit about yourself.
I am a graduating senior from Wachusett Regional High School, and I'm going on to New England Culinary Institute to study baking and pastry arts, starting in a month. I've wanted to bake since I was 10, and I've known that this is what I wanted to do forever.
So tell me, what's your specialty? You're a baker. What is there any particular type of pastry that you love to make?
I originally thought I wanted to do wedding cakes, but seeing how I've been baking for big parties and stuff, I've realized that I wanted to do morning pastries, so croissants and scones, and like petit fours. They're a little less stressful, and they're more fun to make for me. So
that's great. Thank you very much. I'm excited you're going to be joining us, and you're starting school so quickly. You not even waiting to the fall. Why are you starting in the summer?
My program is 6 months in school and then 6 months internship. So I start in July, and I'll be out in January to go on to my first internship, and then I'll do that for another 2 times, and I'll be done with school.
Oh, that's great. Now, when we were talking earlier, you mentioned you're a dancer as well.
I have been doing Irish step dancing for the last, I think it's 13 years now, and I love it. And I've just had my last dance recital for the next couple of years, and I'm trying to decide if I'm going to go back. It's going to be hard with my schedule that's coming up, but I'm going to try because I love it that much.
That's great. I can envision you as an Irish step dancing baker. Thanks so much for being with us.
Thank you.
Now I get a chance to chat with Emily. Emily is also a recent high school graduate and another one of our Wachusett Area Chamber scholarship recipients. Emily, tell me a little bit about what you are going to do next.
I am going to be attending in the fall Shippensburg University, which is a school in Pennsylvania, and I'm declared as a major in marketing right now, and when I'm down there, I am playing for their Division II softball program.
That must be really exciting. So tell me a little bit about, I know that you did a lot of volunteer work while you were in high school. Can you talk a little bit about what you did?
Yeah, volunteer work's always been a huge part of my life, and one of the major things that I did was the Avon Walk for Breast Cancer, which is a 39.3-mile walk for breast cancer patients. We raise money for the Breast Cancer Foundation, and my mom and I walked in it with a team of girls on my softball team, and we raised over $3,600 to the program.
That's excellent. And you also volunteer at Camp Sunshine?
Yep. Camp Sunshine's a camp for kids with terminal illnesses and their families, and they just get away from a week. It's in Casco, Maine, and my mom and I volunteered there for a week, and we're camp counselors.
Oh, that must have been a lot of fun and very rewarding. Thank you. I'm so glad. I'm so glad you're with us tonight.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
And now I get to interview our final scholarship recipient. Stephanie Peterson is from West Boylston High School, and she is going to school in Florida. Tell me about the school.
So I'm going to Rollins College, and it's in Winter Park, Florida. It's actually where my mother went, and it's about 1,800 undergrads, and it's a business school, and I'm really excited about it.
So why are you going so far away?
Actually, my mom was the one who kind of said, oh, let's go to Florida. And I just love the campus and I love the environment. And it is a good business school, so which is what I really want. So.
Excellent, great. So tell me a little bit about some of the things you did in high school, Stephanie.
So I was involved in a lot of clubs, including DECA and the National Honor Society, National Art Honor Society, and the National Spanish Honor Society. And I just like being really involved in everything at my school. And since my school is so small, it's easy to get involved. So it was really fun. I had a great high school experience, too.
That's great. Now, I know you were also involved in an organization called In It to End It. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yes. So the In It to End It is a walk that West Boylston puts on. It was created in, I think, 2012, and it was meant for high school seniors who have lost a parent because of cancer. And so it was created to help them achieve their goals of going to college. And we award, however many students have lost a parent in the senior class, we award them with a scholarship every year. And I'm actually a recipient of that award as well, as my father passed away from cancer in 2014.
I'm so sorry about that, but I'm so pleased that you have been able to benefit this organization as well. That's great. Thanks all. Thank you.
Thank you.
My name is Ian McKinley. I'm president of the Wachusett Area Chamber, and on behalf of the Board of Directors, I'd like to welcome all of you here tonight. We have a lot going on this evening. We have our business portion, which we will make quick. We have our Community Leadership Award presentation tonight, and we have our scholarship presentations. So it should be a really great evening. Before we get started, I just wanted to thank Val, but she's not out here, which we'll try to grab her later on, and also the staff for taking such good care of us. Thank you. Our sponsor for this evening was the Santander Bank, and unfortunately, Michelle Jodre got sick today, so she's asked if I would say a few words on behalf of the bank. On behalf of Santander, we are very proud to once again sponsor the Chamber's annual dinner. It's incredibly important to Santander to continue to invest in the communities where we do business, and the Chamber plays such a vital role in our local business community. This week in particular offers a great showcase of what Santander does in our communities, not only locally, but on a global scale. This week marks our global initiative of We Are Santander Week. We will be celebrating this global commitment by coming together as one team to take part in simultaneous, that was good, volunteering and food drive activities, each of the Santander units around the world. Over 60,000 Santander employees globally will participate in the volunteer activities this week. In Central Mass, well over 50 employees will be stationed at food banks, veterans' homes, and boys and girls clubs. So while Santander is well known for having some of the most cutting-edge financial products, we're also aware of the impact we can have on our communities and celebrate the important role we play as a corporate citizen. We would like to thank the Wachusett Area Chamber of Commerce for their partnership and their commitment to the community and offer our congratulations to all of the scholarship recipients. We wish you much success. I'd now like to turn the program over to Sharon Talbert of Busy Bee Nursery, who will run the business portion of our meeting. Sharon?
I think I drew the short straw in this one. I'm going to make this very quick. Tonight, the only order of business is the election of officers and directors. The nominating committee has recommended the following slate of officers to serve a one-year term. President Ian McKinley, Vice President Sharon Talbert, Busy Bee Nursery, and Ian is of McKinley's Liquors, we all know that. Treasurer Kimberly Carey, Leominster Credit Union, Secretary Carrie Ann Goldsmith, Devereaux. Are there any other nominations from the floor? Do I have a motion to accept the slate of officers? Second? All in favor? Wonderful. We'll move on. The nominating committee has recommended that the following individuals serve for a 3-year term. Karen Dooley, Southbridge Savings Bank. Rick Mansfield, Miles Funeral Home. Karen Mulcahy, Bay State Savings Bank. Are there any other nominations from the floor? This is a quiet group. Do I have a motion to accept the directors as presented? Second? All in favor? The remaining officers will not be subject to election at this time, but will be serving the chamber for the ensuing year. Barbara Brown, the Landmark. Brian Forts, Bennett and Forts. Paul Gary, Gary Fence and Installer Services. Steve Groccia, Bay State Savings Bank. Dory Hewitt, Bartholomew and Company. Sandra Mahoney, St. Francis Rehab and Nursing Center. Marie Meridian, Window Designs, etc. Could I at this time now ask all the chamber officers and directors to stand to be recognized? Thank you. See, that was quick. You don't really need to hear me, do you? I'm moving on. Our awards ceremony begins tonight with the presentation of scholarship awards. Here to introduce our recipients is Sandra Mahoney, Chamber Board Member and Administrator at St. Francis Rehabilitation and Nursing Center.
Okay. Is this, can you hear me? No. Now can you hear me? Oh, now you can hear me. I have to really eat the mic. So, I have the pleasure of giving away other people's money tonight, and this is the best job in the whole world. So, the Wachusett Area Chamber Scholarship Program started 12 years ago, funded by a very small 9-hole golf tournament. Over the past decade, the business community support for the tournament has expanded, allowing us to continue and expand our ability to assist newly graduated high school students and their families to help defray some of the costs of their first year in college. Including tonight's recipients, we have awarded scholarships totaling $61,500 to 42 individuals. Through the years, the scholarship recipients have come from all of the towns in our service area and have represented both public and private high schools. This year, again, we received many wonderful applications. The scholarship committee had to choose just 3 students out of the many qualified applicants. And I'm very pleased and honored to be able to present these outstanding young adults to you. Our first scholarship recipient is Stephanie Peterson. Stephanie is a graduate of West Boylston High School. As a West Boylston resident, she has chosen to attend Rollins College in the fall as a business major. While in high school, Stephanie was president of DECA, which is the school's business club, and she also received an Achievement Award in DECA. She was a member of the National Honor Society, the National Art Honor Society, the National Spanish Honor Society. She also participated in the Red Cross Club, Prom Committee, Student Health Club, and was her class secretary. She also participated in play competitions and softball. She has been an active volunteer assisting with the West Boylston Fall Festival, a Jimmy Fun Golf Tournament, and the West Boylston Cancer Walk, among other activities. In her spare time, she also works at Wachusett Country Club. Stephanie? Okay, you're gonna. Okay. So I've asked the recipients just to say a couple words about what their future plans are.
Do I just hold it?
Yeah, hold
Okay.
it up close.
Okay, there you go.
So my name is Stephanie Peterson, and next year I will be attending Rollins College in Florida. And as she said, I'm going to be a business major, and I'm not quite sure what I want to do with that yet, whether it's finance or marketing, but I'm going to explore my options next year and just try to figure out exactly what I want to do. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Our next recipient is from Wachusett Regional High School. Erin Chisholm is from Holden. She plans to attend the New England Culinary Institute, focusing on baking and pastry arts and restaurant management. She also has participated in DECA, the National Business Honor Society, and was a member of ProStart, which is a school restaurant management partnership, and through that participated in the Massachusetts Restaurant Association Invitational Competition. She's volunteered as a teaching assistant for Tiny Treasures Learning Center and for the McInerney Irish Dance Studio. She's described by her teachers and supervisors as a focused, hard worker who's dedicated to success. She plans to open her own bakery in the Wachusett area and hopes to participate in ProStart programs as an employer. Erin? There she is.
Good evening. I'm thrilled to be here today to accept a scholarship. I will be attending, like she said, New England Culinary Institute beginning next month, actually. This scholarship is instrumental in the fulfillment of my dream of becoming a pastry chef. After graduating from New England Culinary Institute, it is my dream to open my own bakery in the Wachusett area. During my time at Wachusett, I was enrolled in the Restaurant Management Partnership Program, which gives high school students the opportunity to work in local restaurants and bakeries to further their knowledge of the industry before going to college. The program also gives students the opportunity for certifications and awards that help us also get into college. My hope is that when I own my own bakery in the future, that I'll be able to employ Wachusett Restaurant Management Partnership students and give them the wonderful opportunity that I was given by my mentors, John Laracy of the Bagel Inn and Belinda O'Laughlin of Sweet Bee Baking Company in Sterling. These two mentors have taught me many skills in management, customer service, and culinary and baking and pastry arts. Opening my bakery will not only entice local customers but also customers from other surrounding areas, enhancing the business climate of the Wachusett area. Having grown up in the Wachusett area since the age of 2, I feel like I am part of a wonderful community and couldn't imagine a better place for my bakery to call home. Thank you again for the generous contribution to my future.
And our final recipient is another graduate of Wachusett Regional High School. Emily Gigliotti is from Paxton, and she will be attending Shippensburg University of Pennsylvania as a marketing major. Emily's been a member of the National Honor Society. She was graphics editor of the Wachusett School newspaper. She was the team captain of the varsity softball team. She also participated in the Avon Walk for Breast Cancer, raising $3,600 for the cause. She's been a counselor at Camp Sunshine, a camp for children with terminal illnesses. Despite her busy school and extracurricular schedule, she also found time to work locally at Ladd's Restaurant in Rutland. Emily? Where is she? Oh, right in the back.
First off, I just want to say thank you so much for this honor to receive this scholarship. It's going to help so much in my endeavor at Shippensburg University. I just recently graduated from Wachusett Regional High School, and I will be attending Shippensburg University in the fall. I am also going there to play Division II softball. Throughout my life, I've always been taught to be a leader, and to be loving to my community. So I just hope with my marketing major, I can find a way to help the community in my leadership skills and just in life. Thank you so much. Thank you.
So, our next order of business I'm very proud of. Tonight we are also honored to continue our tradition of recognizing individuals in the community who demonstrate extraordinary leadership and high ethical standards within their industry. Our honoree this evening joins the ranks of highly esteemed award recipients. Presenting this evening's award is Barbara Brown, the General Manager of the Landmark and a member of our Board of Directors.
Thank you, Sandy. It is commonly said that charity begins at home. Steve Groccia might say it begins at the first tee. You might know Steve as the Senior Vice President of Commercial Lending at Bay State Savings Bank, but he has a very full second life as a leader, fundraiser, and benefactor for many, many service organizations in Worcester County. We'll start with his most personal charity. Since 1982, Steve has hosted the annual Italian Invitational Golf Tournament. Originally, it started as a way to remember his late father, William. Always held on the last Saturday in September, the tournament began as a gathering of a few dozen friends with an emphasis on good golf and good company. In those early years, Steve donated tournament proceeds to the National Brain Institute because his dad died of brain cancer. Eventually, the tournament grew and so did its outreach. Steve estimates that about 1,000 golfers have participated over the years. Steve's wife, Maureen, took up the game and wanted to play, so a new range of players, including beginners, were welcomed to the tournament. At that point, Steve also expanded the range of charitable causes that the tournament benefited. Sadly, there were times when a friend had passed away, and Steve would honor their memory by having the surviving spouse choose a charity to receive the tournament's proceeds. Over the years, donations have gone to organizations like Hope Lodge, the Neonatal Intensive Care Unit at Memorial Hospital in Worcester, Needs Service Animal Trainers in Princeton, as well as the Boys and Girls Club, a cause that is especially close to Steve's heart. This particular organization has benefited from Steve's interest since 1998. He was a senior vice president at Enterprise Bank and Trust in Leominster when the North Central Boys and Girls Club opened in that city. Steve became the club's founding director. When his career led him to Worcester and Bay State Savings Bank, Steve continued his affiliation with the club at its Worcester location, becoming a director and fundraiser. When asked why he continued his affiliation with the club after he had moved to a new job, Steve said simply, "I have always liked children and I like to see them succeed. My dad was a member of the Boys Club when he was growing up in Worcester, and I think that always stuck with me." Steve's community involvement goes far deeper than that. He is a longtime member of the Wachusett Area Rotary Club, an organization for business and professional leaders that Steve says is close to my heart. The Rotary's motto is service above self. It also has a secondary motto, one profits most who serves the best. Both are apt descriptions of Steve's attitude towards community involvement. With the Rotary, Steve has helped to support the Wachusett Food Pantry, provide scholarships for Wachusett area high school students, host a fabulous holiday breakfast for senior citizens each December at the Manor Restaurant, and help to build a school in Haiti. He has served as the Rotary's director and president and is currently a Paul Harris Fellow with the organization. His other community activities are almost too numerous to mention, but we're going to give it a try. Steve was a director of Worcester Community Housing Resource, Inc., and served on its loan committee. He has helped to decorate Hope Lodge for the holidays for the past 10 years and also served on the Lodge's advisory board. He hosts a holiday party each year with all gifts going to the children at Devereaux. He is a member of the Worcester Chamber of Commerce, a past member of the Gardner Chamber of Commerce, and has been a participant for Relay for Life Cancer Team fundraiser for a decade. Steve has also given freely of his time and expertise to Monty Tech Vocational School, the Battered Women's Residences, Inc., the Leominster Downtown Association, the Leominster Public Library, Twin Cities Community Development Corp., and has been a neighborhood campaign manager for the American Heart Association. Of course, he is also a director of our chamber, a role he assumed back when we were still known as the Holden Area Chamber of Commerce. Somehow, in the midst of all this activity, Steve finds time for golf and bicycling, reading, and delving into history. What motivates a person to give so much of themselves to the community beyond what is required by his career? For Steve, it goes back to his family. I was taught you give back if you've been even somewhat successful, he says. I like to make a difference in someone's life, and I like doing a lot of it. His message to us, I would encourage anyone to get involved. As part of the Chamber Leadership Award, a $250 donation is being made in Steve's name to a nonprofit organization of his choice. Hope Lodge is the chosen recipient. Steve, in recognition of your many contributions to the Chamber and your community, the Chamber is pleased to present you with this year's Chamber Leadership Award. Okay, I just told Steve he had to stay up here. We have two more special presentations as part of tonight's festivities. I'd like to ask State Senator Ann Goby and State Representative Kim Ferguson to please come up.
Thank you. The entertainment portion of the evening. No, it's an absolute pleasure for us to be here tonight, and Senator Goby and I were in Boston all day, and we kept texting each other as to what time we had to leave to get on the Mass Pike to make it back here in time, because this is certainly an evening that we would not want to miss. And we want to thank the entire chamber for your support and for all that you do day in and day out. And it's an absolute pleasure to be here tonight and to honor Steve and to honor the scholarship recipients as well, because that was quite an impressive group of young leaders that came up earlier today. So without further ado, Steve, thank you for all that you do and for all that you continue to do. And we're certainly proud to be amongst your presence right now and to see all the things that you've been involved with silently, just kind of plugging away, doing everything that you do every day. So we really appreciate that. We do have a citation from the House and the Senate for you, and I know Senator Goby had a few words to add.
Okay, well, thank you, Kim. I'm going to stand over here because I can't see over this. It's wonderful how you recognize the students. What a bunch of underachievers, huh?
Thank God it wasn't us.
No kidding, I'm glad it wasn't us. And good to see our good friend Tim Murray, and thank you for the collaboration you do with the Worcester Chamber. Don't try stealing any of these people because they're staying right here, buddy.
And Jen told us to keep it clean.
We did, I know, they did say that.
So one other thing, Jen told us to keep it clean, so we're doing well.
I'm doing good, yeah. Steve, we're, on behalf of the Senate and the House, and I think one of the things, and it's probably from your affiliation with Rotary, I think Steve, and I think everyone would agree, he's someone that understands giving to others. It's not a burden, huh? It's a gift. It's a gift to be able to give to others. And Steve, you are absolutely a gift for this entire community and the people that you have done things for, whether it's raising tons of money or throwing ice over yourself for the Ice Bucket Challenge for ALS. And I think for the younger people that are here, you know, this is the type of organization that you want to be a part of. These are the type of people that you want to emulate, and there's nobody better than Steve Groccia. So on behalf of Senator Chino and I, all right.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Yeah.
Thank you. Is this on? Can you hear me? I'm touched. This is not something I like to do, whether you believe it or not. Okay? I don't know where to begin. I want to thank my family. They're the ones that supported me over the years. I mean, Maureen and I go way back to high school days. Why do you have to go to all these things? And it's something we have to do. And she, went with me. I mean, she makes me complete, let me tell you. A lot of times you're out at night and, 2 or 3 times a week, and this has happened many, many times over the years. I've been thankful to work for organizations that told me to get involved. I enjoyed it. It wasn't a project, but they gave me the resources and the ability to do that, including where I work now at Bay State Savings Bank. It's one of the best community banks I've ever worked for. They totally give back to the community, to nonprofits, and I love that. So that's why I'm there, and that's why I continue to work. Over a number of years, I've been doing this for a long time, 43 years, I believe. I guess I've done a lot of things. I don't even think about it. But, the golf tournament that I do in honor of my father, and the people that helped me throughout the years, all my friends and relatives, all my nieces and nephews that are here, it's just amazing. I'm just humbled. I guess everybody has a higher power, whether that be whoever you believe in and whatnot. I believe it's not what you accumulate on this earth, but what you have done. And I truly believe I can get by the first gate. That's all it is. I don't know what else to say. I'm speechless. Thank you very much.
Okay, I guess we're going to turn the program back over to Ian.
Nice job. Congratulations, Steve. Well deserved. Uh-oh. As you know, the Wachusett Area Chamber has enjoyed strong working affiliation with the Worcester Chamber. For many years, it's been great teamwork going on, and we're lucky tonight to have Tim Murray with us, who's the president and CEO of the Worcester Chamber. And I'm going to ask him to come up and just say a few words about our relationship. And Tim.
Got a couple inches over the senator, but not too much. Steve was tolerant of this thing. Steve, congratulations, and I think we're all moved by your heartfelt remarks and obviously a record of giving back, which I think is a great example to the young people. And I think both Representative Ferguson and Senator Goby mentioned plugging, being involved with chambers. As you come back and are leaders of the Wachusett area community and start your own businesses, please get involved with the chamber. And my first experience working with the chamber was when I was in high school, working at the Worcester Regional Chamber of Commerce in the mailroom. It was really that experience that I was able to see firsthand, not just in terms of economic development and creating jobs and trying to be advocates for the business community, but also building community by bringing people together, whether it be in the public life, nonprofit sector, the business community, to strengthen our community, to solve problems, to create opportunities. And that's really what chambers are all about. I know we're at the end of the evening. I just want to say what a pleasure it has been, not just personally, but for the entire chamber staff, Worcester Regional Chamber of Commerce staff, to work with Jen. She is phenomenal. The energy and the enthusiasm. You know, we all, in our work lives and personal lives, you know, there are people who every day say, how are we going to get this done? And there are other people who say, we can't, we won't, we can't, we won't. She says, we're going to get it done. And that is infectious, and I think that's one of the reasons why Wachusett Area Chamber of Commerce has been so successful, and why, you know, we just enjoy working with her. Ian has been a partner in that regard, a member of the Worcester Regional Chamber of Commerce Board, at the meetings, adding value, and talking about ways that we can work constructively as a region. We compete as a region. It's not city and town borders. If jobs are created in the city of Worcester, that benefits Holden or any of the towns that are part of the Wachusett Chamber, and vice versa. There's a business that opens up on Main Street in Holden, there's going to be reverberation and a positive effect just down the road in Worcester. So as we promote and pursue an economic development strategy around recruiting new businesses to the region, about retaining existing businesses by being better listeners and advocates, and incubating new businesses, which is something we're really focusing on as well. How do we leverage our colleges and universities? How do we create more spaces where people who maybe want to start a new career or grow a business can do that with support, mentorship, financing? And I want to recognize Peter Altman, who's from Bay State Bank here, who's a member of the Chamber Board, one of my bosses. I want to, but the banks have all stepped up in that. Peter, I got a feeling he's here for Steve, in addition to his support of the chamber work. So the recruit, retain, incubate agenda is for the entire region. But let me just say, as I mentioned, just end with that, what a pleasure it is to work with Jen and Ian and the entire board and all of you. And thank you for being members of the chamber. Christina Andrioli, who is a recent Holden resident, just built a new home here, is the vice president for the Worcester Regional Chamber of Commerce. And she and I were in Boston today meeting with the Boston Business Journal. And you know, we were very proud because the gentleman who, Doug Banks, who's the executive editor and a Worcester native for the Boston Business Journal, said, wait 5 minutes. He came in, he said, these are right off the presses. This is the Boston Business Journal's list. In every issue they come up with a list of the top banks, top commercial real estate brokers, you know, top companies in various tech sectors. But once a year they come up with the largest chambers in Massachusetts. And collectively, the Worcester Regional Chamber of Commerce with our partner affiliates is the largest chamber in Massachusetts, not that place to the east. So that's because of you and your involvement. Take pride in that.
Now I get the easy part of the job, because I get to have the glue of our chamber come up. And without her, here she is.
Thank you. Oh, for crying out loud. This is why I break out my waterproof mascara every year when we have this event. Steve, congratulations. We love you. Congratulations to the scholarship recipients. Tim, thank you for coming out and your kind words, and Senator Goby and Representative Ferguson, thank you too. And thank you all for coming tonight. I mean, this is a really special event tonight for everybody here, and for me particularly. I love this one. We get to recognize our board, present our Community Leadership Award to someone so deserving as Steve, celebrate our scholarship recipients, and recap all that we as a chamber have accomplished. And you probably saw the slides as they were going through, and we did an awful lot this year. I want to begin tonight by thanking our board of directors and our officers for their support and enthusiasm over the past year. We have an incredibly hardworking group, and they come up with the ideas at our board meetings, and you know, they support all of us, and they put the energy to making these things happen, and I want to thank all of them. I want to thank Ian McKinley for being such an active and visible president. You know, he was on the road this year. He was going to Worcester Chamber meetings and ribbon cuttings and you know, any sort of celebration that was going on. Ian was there, and he was representing us in such a positive way. Thank you, Ian. And I'm grateful that he's going to stay on for another year, which is huge for me. And the board also is very happy because Ian has a reputation for coming in, and our meetings run for an hour, and then everybody's out of there. And see, they love that. So I just want to recap some of the things we accomplished this past year. We have grown from 165 to a high of 185 members. Every event brings new faces, and our challenge is to make these members feel welcome and also to engage them in ways that are beneficial from a business standpoint, but also from a personal one. Our calendar this year was very busy, especially in terms of networking events. Our business after hours made the round of chamber member venues, and we had new sponsors step up to the plate, such as Service Master, Bartholomew and Company, and the Stone Cobblers, who helped to make them possible. New this year was the Chamber Chat. This is powered by an online social networking portal called Meetup. These are free events that take place at a local coffee shop. We meet once a month. The atmosphere is relaxed. The topics are free-flowing. Members are just casually sitting around sharing ideas, seeking feedback, and simply enjoying each other's company. And these are so much fun. If you can take an hour out of your day once a month and just show up for these, it's just a great way to go beyond a business after hours and to really connect with people and get to know them a little deeper. They're a lot of fun, so please try these out. We continued our tradition of teaming up with the Worcester Regional Chamber of Commerce and all 5 affiliates for a central massive networking event that was held this year at Tower Hill. Additionally, we hosted several events that combined both the business community and the community at large. Holden Days celebrated its 35th anniversary alongside Oriole Healthcare, who marked its 50th with a fireworks festival. And thankfully, Rhonda was and continues to be on board as our event coordinator. The softball rivalry between the Chamber and the town of Holden continued. It's been going on for many, many years. We defended our championship title by defeating Holden's town employees 19-6 in a spirited game. And to those, I'm a little proud of that. And to those of you who turned out, thank you. It was a lot of fun. We co-sponsored candidates forums this year. In 2 towns, we had 5 candidates vying for 2 select board seats. So we stepped in and co-sponsored forums in both Holden and West Boylston. We expanded our Taste of the Towns to include a business expo and a home show, and we were testing the waters with this, and I think next year we will expand this even more and just incorporate all of, not only the liquor distributors and the restaurants, but also the businesses all together in one big room. The Scholarship Scramble returned to the Wachusett Country Club, where we raised more than $7,500 for the scholarship fund. Tonight we awarded $6,000 to deserving students, bringing our total, as Sandy said, to $61,500. And for a little chamber, that's pretty good. So thank you. Education also came to the forefront at our monthly business development discussions. This year, our experts tackled branding, online marketing, unified phone systems, constant contact, social media, and we also had a panel discussion that focused on small business resources. These are just a great source of information for you if you're a small business owner and you want to zero in on these topics. They're small group discussions, very valuable. And what better way to celebrate the grand opening or expansion of a business than with a good old-fashioned ribbon cutting? The Big Scissors marked the opening of Urgent Care Holden, the Landmark's new offices, the New to You Resale Boutique, the Specialty Sandwich Company's Bar and Grill, and the West Boylston Town Hall. Our affiliation with the Worcester Regional Chamber continues to benefit our members. This year, the Worcester Chamber invested in a comprehensive membership management system called Chamber Master. They have very kindly made the system's full roster of benefits available to our chamber. Without going into the countless ways it benefits me, I'm going to tell you how it benefits you. First of all, it will make it easier for you to take care of all of your chamber business online. You can pay your dues, you can register for events, you can make payments. You're just going to need a login, and I can help you with that. Secondly, you'll be able to customize your online member listing. So where we used to have the directory and you could, just look up, construction business or whatever. Now when someone goes to our site, which they do often, to find your business, you can enhance your listing. Once you log in, changes will be made in real time. You can add logos, photos, links, and expanded descriptions. These listings will appear on both the Wachusett site and on the Worcester site, maximizing your exposure. You'll be hearing more about this in the coming weeks from me, so don't worry about it now, but when you do get the mailer, I encourage you to log on and start using the system. Speaking of our website, this past year brought a total redesign thanks to Carl Hackerainen of Queen Lake Consulting. It's user-friendly, packed with information, and can now be viewed on all devices. So what else is happening? As if that wasn't enough, I can't close out a year without talking about travel. We want to keep the momentum going. We went to China in 2014, Thailand and Hong Kong in 2015. So what's in store for 2016? Well, dun, dun, dun. Well, we are partnering with Colette Tours. We're going to make a change, and we're heading somewhere warm and tropical. So our next destination features stunning water, this is a teaser, stunning waterfalls, exotic wildlife, endless coastlines, a cloud forest, and an active volcano. Any ideas? I know. Yes! Yeah, we're heading to Costa Rica in October 2016. We have flyers that are being handed out as we speak. We're going to put these at your table. You know, reservations will be limited on this, so I encourage you, just take a look at these. This trip is going to be so much fun. I say that about all of them, but truly, this is going to be awesome. So as you can see, it's been a busy year and a successful one. We owe it all to you, our members. You sponsor our events. You encourage new people to join. You serve on committees. You support our efforts simply by showing up. You make this chamber what it is today, and for that I thank you. So, in conclusion, thanks for a great year, and we look forward to continued success. Thank you.
All right. I want to thank all of you for taking time out of your busy schedule to come tonight. There's just a couple of small things that I'd like to thank our officers, the board of directors, for all of their commitment this year. We've done an awful lot. We were really busy, and you guys were awesome. And again, Jen's still the glue that she's awesome. I'd like to thank who involved in tonight's planning of the event, our dedicated program committee, Val's Restaurant, our sponsor, Santander, Patty Roy, Paul Camoso, HCTV. Without all of your efforts, volunteerism, tonight would not have been possible. Thank you again. You're all welcome to stay and mingle. That's the end of our program. Thank you.